Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Servbot 42, the one and only Servbot 42. Hey guys, shit, I'm sorry this is late. Usually I post it like around Thursday, Friday, I don't know. Honestly, I just been too lazy to do it, mostly because of Doom, which I'll get into that. But first, I gotta address some things. One thing in particular, and this has really annoyed me. When I uploaded the last video, I mentioned if I was watching Bakemonogatari, and if you're one of those 7 viewers that saw that, you probably noticed that I didn't add any video, and that's because, lo and behold, Sony did a DMCA or whatever the hell you call it, a copyright infringement claim on me. It was an automatic one too. It wasn't like they looked at it like it was an automatic. It detected the footage, but I didn't care at first because it said, we know it's ours, but we'll take, they just take all the ad revenue. They put ads on it, and it'd be fine. And I was cool with that, because I don't really care if they put, if somebody gets the ad revenue or not. Um, I'm just doing it for fun. But then I went to check on it like a couple hours later, and it said it was blocked from the following countries, and then it said USA. So I'm like, that's kind of my target audience. So I was so annoyed. So I deleted the video and I re-uploaded it without the video footage of it. So it's up now, obviously. Um, for anybody that's listening to SoundCloud, I know this has nothing to do with you guys, but this is for the people that are listening through Google Plus or possibly Twitter. I think there's one or two. I'll say two. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. So luckily enough, I found out that my Alienware has this Xbox app where I can record footage of video games. I think, or just about anything. I haven't tested that yet, but I do know that I can record video. So from now on, I'm gonna bust the no fuckers and just put video while I'm talking for those that are just listening on YouTube. And I'm sorry, I am still waiting for iTunes to approve my podcast here. And if nobody checks it, because I've noticed that's a trend with them where they'll be like, oh, I just checked it now and you get approved. At least they'll see that I have 4 of them posted on SoundCloud. This is the 4th episode, right? Who cares? But yeah, I will contact them, see what's up. Hopefully I'll get the okay. And then, other than that, yeah, I'm going to start just putting game vids to replace just the Bond symbol. I'll still leave it in the front for like the first minute, but then I'll just switch it over so that at least if you guys are listening, are you watching or something, at least you have something to watch instead of the same screen. Other than that, oh man, I just got my Beautiful Joe statue at my house that my sister bought me, which is freaking awesome. I set it up. I wish it could be a little bit lower, but my drawer, obviously, as you'll see, well, if you can't see, but like my shelf, he's only able to be on the very top or on the kind of bottomish, and I don't want him down there because that's where my books are at, and it's also a place where it'll collect more dust, and I don't want to do that. Speaking of which, I'm gonna dust that thing like every other day so it doesn't, second upkeep it, because I don't want, like, when you don't clean your shit and you get dust on it, and then like if the dust doesn't get cleaned off, it turns into gunk. Yeah, I'm not all for that. Other than that, dude, school has been, it's almost over. I want it to be over just so I can play video games. And this has been the most, I know it's exaggerating to a point, but out of my entire year and a half that I've been at this school that I'm going to right now, this quarter has been the one where I've been slacking off the most. And towards now, since Doom came out,
I may not be able to see,
granted,
but I can hear everything.
The only reason I'm okay with it right now is because I don't have finals. I have projects that I have to do. I still have 3 weeks before I gotta turn them in, so I'm good. I need to plan a day. This will probably be tomorrow, but if you're listening to this right now, it's probably today. I'll be working what is most important to me, which is the 3D modeling. And oh god, I am so dreading next quarter because of all the bullshit classes I have to take that have nothing to do with what I'm doing in my career. It's just I have to complete them in order to graduate. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to next quarter. I am going to go on the first day and I'm going to ask to crash classes and I'm going at the end of the week and ask to crash classes because I mean I am paying for this shit. I've been tolerant enough. But other than that, oh man, if check out my YouTube channel for those that are in SoundCloud and yeah, it's Servbot 42. You'll see it because the logo I have on my YouTube channel is the same as what you're listening to. I added a this is a school project. We had to do a trailer for Home Alone and we had to change it, right? So I made one. I made an erotic thriller trailer for Home Alone. The class really loved. And there's like this random guy that I put in there halfway through the trailer, and that was supposed to be like a joke between the class because on the last project we had to make a music video of this guy that's he's coming out with this music. His name is Durandi, and his song is After Today. And I kind of want to post the music video I made for him because I'm like really good at video making compared to the other students, and the teacher really liked it. But I mean, I don't want to. Well, how do you say like that whole copyright bullshit? You know, I don't want to get in trouble with that. Oh shit, my guinea pig's asleep. Hold on. Woo! Nah, sorry, I didn't see that. But usually my pig, I have two guinea pigs. They're comfortable now to the point where they sleep with their eyes closed because they don't do that. They always sleep with eyes open. But when they get comfortable enough, they'll start sleeping with their eyes closed. And then when they know that there's no imminent threat anymore, they'll start going into REM sleep. So I see these guys go into REM sleep all the time, and they're always kicking their hind legs because I'm assuming they're dreaming about running somewhere or running from me. So what I do is while they're doing that, I'll just grab them and I'll start petting them, and their whole body shakes like they just went through like sleep paralysis. It's pretty funny. Oh, my little baby. Oh yeah, he's done. He's so tired. They're both blind. Well, one of them is. The other one's half blind. Oh, you're so cute. But anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, so I made a cool music video, and I kind of want to put it, but who knows? I'll ask the teacher, cause the teacher that I have for that class, he actually he's in the industry right now, like Hollywood. But anyways, yeah. Oh, and for my 3D modeling class, I had to choose a project, and I didn't know what to do for a while because I have to work on this project for 3 weeks. That's the prerequisite. And I could just crap something out in a week, right, and just act stupid. But I like to go over the top. So, after much consideration, I have decided to make a 3D model of a chessboard and chess pieces. But the chess pieces are gonna be themed to Mega Man Legends. So yeah, I don't want to say I'm weighing over my head, but I kind of went out there. And if anything, if it doesn't work out, I could just make a scenery out of the quote unquote chess pieces. But yeah, that's my goal. I have 3 weeks to do it. I think I can do it. But anyways, on to the thing that I really want to talk about, which is freaking Doom. Doom 4. For those, I think I mentioned it too. I'm very forgetful. I'm sorry. But I have this thing where I love playing Doom. I always love playing that game. And then I think I did mention it when I got fired from Walmart. The first thing I did was just go home and play Doom, the first one and two back in 2014. I think this is when it happened. I had just bought Classic Complete, and like 4 days later I got fired. So I was like, fuck it. So I just went straight home, because I started at 10, so I got home like at 10:30, 10:40. I just went straight home, and I didn't even care honestly, because I was just done with that job. I just went home, and I said, okay, well, obviously I need income to make rent, but that's not gonna happen for a couple of weeks at least, because finding a job's a bitch. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this week, which was like 3 or 4 days, and I just played Doom nonstop, and I pretty much beat the whole game. Obviously, all three. Like I think it was Doom, Final Doom, Doom 2, everything, all the classic ones. It's all complete on the PS4, PS3. Sorry. Well, this one came out, and I had to get it, and I had it. I obviously I got it for PC because I don't have a PS3 or PS4 or an Xbox One. I got it for my Alienware, and I gotta say, it is. I have not played such a satisfying game in terms of like hurting things since the Warriors. It, I talk about like the glory kills where you get to like stun the enemies and then you just you do a fatality on them. It's so good, and it's always like you have to constantly keep moving. It's very action oriented. Uh, there is a story to it, which is what I love about it. And you don't have to read the files, and you'll still get most of the story, the gist of it. But I swear, this is a highly recommended game, and not just because I'm a fan. It's very well done. There's, it's just so satisfying. There are gripes with it that I have right now, and part of the reason why I'm not recording this podcast the next day and instead of now is because of the gripes that I have. And well, let's just get right to it. The only issues I have right now is the game has slow frame rates at certain points, and it also like in the first for the first 40 seconds it'll start stuttering and it'll like pause, and it's annoying because at first I was like, is this my computer? And I was almost mad because I was like, dude, this laptop was $1,700, right? 17 grand or what? 1,700. Okay. Granted, I know people say you can build a better one or whatever, but I don't know anything about that. I got an Alienware 2015. This thing came out. This thing was made, I think, like around September 2015. All right, so it's not that dated. And I thought it was that. I thought it was like maybe my thing's not up to speed. But then I've noticed where there's certain parts of the game. The main one that I noticed that it wasn't me, it wasn't with the laptop, was there's there was a fight scene I went into where there was like 15 or 20 things going on. There's like demons throwing shit at me and I'm just like running around and everything. Nothing's wrong. I go to a room when there's nobody because I had to load a checkpoint. I died. And the thing's stuttering for like a minute and a half, and I was like, okay, so it's not me. It stuttered when I went to the classic maps, which is 8-bit kind of things, and I was playing it just like about a little bit over half an hour ago, and it finally did it. It crashed, like it just randomly crashed. And I've heard people have had these issues, and this is the first time it has ever crashed on me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done for today because it was pissing me off. It was just like it was just stuttering and it was having frame rate problems the whole time I was playing today. I guess I caught it on a bad time. And I have like this fan under my computer too, so it's not like it's overheating or anything. It's the game, and I'm not the only one. I've been looking reports and everything, and I have not done the driver update because I've heard that when people have done the update for the driver of your laptop or PC, the game will just for some computers it will not load at all. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to play this, so I'll deal with the stuttering until id or Bethesda, I don't know who's in charge, finally like puts out a patch. Speaking of which, I unintentionally am running into like these invisible walls in that game where I can just like go through and enter areas I'm not supposed to enter. Like I'm glitching out the game unintentionally. Oh man, I swear I should be a debugger. I wish. But yeah, all in all, this is an amazing game. This is not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler because I'm about to talk about these four guys that come out and they're like holograms. They don't do much, right? I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do. They never explain it. I think that's gonna happen in the next Doom because yeah, they're either they're planning DLC or they're gonna do a trilogy. That's my assumption. And they're there the only reason this is a point of interest to me is because when I was halfway playing through the game, I was just looking up Doom stuff, right? Because I was all excited for it, and I've heard that the first Doom that came out in '95, obviously I think it was well the very first game, it was originally gonna have 5 characters and it was gonna have a story, but then one of the creators decided not to do it because they didn't want that much of a narrative. They didn't want that to cut into the action, to the gameplay. And I think that's what I think they're adding these guys now. It's really weird. They look like freaking Skyrim people, which there's a reference to that in there too. There's a lot of like Easter eggs, which is fun. But I had just beat it like 2 days ago, and I'm really hoping for the DLC. Play it. Play Doom. Doom 4. It makes you want to play the old ones. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry about that. Had to use the restroom. It has one final note, and I cannot wait to get into this. Once school ends, I'm gonna start using the snap map mode, which where you get to create your own levels and stuff. Cause I love creating levels. Uh, Man, I really wish I had time for Mario Maker. I'm like falling out of the loop. I had made these Daisy stages, and I haven't done anything with that game. But in all honesty, I've I've been finding out my laptop kind of stuff. Like I kind of see why people love using laptops. Besides, what I'm supposed to be using it for, which is the main reason. But speaking of which, there was another game that I really liked that I downloaded recently. It was called Melody's Escape, which is pretty much it's like DDR and you get to choose your own music, but it's a girl that like will go through obstacles and you have to press up, down, left, and right to the beat of the music. It loads a lot of the songs. Some will tell you because it like the obstacles synchronize with the beat. If it doesn't have that, it'll tell you. So there might be issues. When I've been playing it, it has told me that I had to lower my graphics because it's too much to keep up with the music, but I don't do it because I don't want to change any of that stuff. I don't know how to. I don't fully know my computer yet. Uh, it's really fun. You'll probably see it if you're watching YouTube. Um, that's about it. And I got Goat Simulator again, but this time I got it legitly. But with that being said, I'm gonna move on to the other half. Oh damn, this is gonna be a short podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the anime section. All right, so I originally didn't have much to talk about with anime because I have not seen anything yet. Like, I have not. I'm still on Monogatari or Bakemonogatari, and like the only my favorite character in that show is that elementary school girl because that is the most action that has happened in the 5 episodes, and it's nothing bad. It's just that's like the most exciting thing that's happened. Like I said, it's one of those animes that makes you think. Uh, I'm really struggling to get through it. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. That's just me though. I want to watch more like actiony stuff, and I think that's because I've before the daily lives of high school boys, I've been watching the entire Fate Stay Night series, which I'm pretty much done with. I just gotta watch Carnival Phantasm, which I haven't done any of that, and that's yeah, I haven't watched anything, but something interesting just popped up a couple days ago that I did want to talk about. And somebody started a Kickstarter for Kodomo no Jikan, or a child's time. And this is pretty crazy because I have seen. I don't know where I heard this. Okay, I don't know how, but somehow I came across by this anime. Oh wait, I know what it was. All right, this was back in 2012. There was controversy that an anime's outro sounded just like Offspring, one of Offspring's songs. And I looked it up, and it was Kodomo No Jikan. And then I found out what this anime was about, and I was like, whoa, it's kind of weird. I don't know what compelled me to watch it. I think it looked cute, but it was pretty much this anime slash manga is about a schoolgirl. She's like about 8 too, who has a crush on her teacher, and it's very man, it. I don't want to. This is a little bit too exaggerating, but it caters to an audience that should not be catered. So it's a lowly anime, right? And it's about this girl, and she has a mom. Well, she has a mom and a dad. No spoilers, obviously. I'm not gonna spoil anything. And eventually, this girl became troubled. She's like a delinquent, so she lashes out or she acts out a lot. And when the teacher came, like the previous teacher before the main character, who is Aoki Daisuke, before he comes along, her and all these other kids in the school have in the classroom have like they've harassed the previous teacher so much that he quit. You kind of find out why because he was being a dick, but like that's why that guy left. So now Aoki is in charge of that classroom, and the point of the whole story is, while she has a crush on him, he's trying to like set her straight, and he's just trying to teach the class, and he knows that she's troubled. He slowly finds out, and he's trying to better her in a way. I guess how teachers look out for their students. That's what he's trying to do. But at the same time, he has to put up with all of her sexual advances and all that stuff. And I mean, I highly, highly recommend you guys read it or watch it. I don't know if you want to watch it. It's pretty funny. I honestly would recommend you read the manga because it's free right now because it's not here. Oh, and that's the whole point of this whole thing. But before I get to that, I just want to say, for the long run, it's 93 manga books, which currently it's all free. Or you can watch the anime, which is I think it's like 15 episodes. I just saw it right now too. I pulled up my files to see if I can get some screenshots, but I ended up just getting one. It's pretty short. Then there's another one called by the same name, Second Term, which is second season. I don't remember much of that one. I remember the first one had more of an impact. The first two seasons cover about I think 12 to 14 of the first 14 of the books. It's been this thing came out in 2012. Well, it didn't come out in 2012, but I found out about it in 2012. I think this anime came out like around 2004 or 5. I don't know because I remember seeing this image of her, and then when I saw it in 2012, I was like, that's where she's from, kind of thing. I may be wrong. Uh, yeah, the anime covers about like the first 14 episodes, the first 14 books. Sorry, and there are 93 books in total, according to my Manga Storm, which does not work anymore because it is. Yeah, sorry. Uh, I used to have this app called Manga Storm where you can download mangas and read them. And right now, this is the only way you can get Kodomo no Jikan is through the internet. I would use this app to download all these mangas so I can read them, right? Because some of them aren't available here. Some are just straight up piracy, obviously. But it stopped working now. You have to go through like this whole process. I'm like, fuck that. But this Kodomo no Jikan is only available right now through people that are, fan translating these things. Like it's not here. Even one of the in one of the panels they put on the corner of asterisks. They put, yeah. Do you think this anime, this manga is gonna be published? I don't think so, because there's a lot of crude jokes. It covers a lot of risque, controversial stuff. Like it talks about, you know kids and their sexuality. It talks about, obviously, pedophilia in families, because stuff like that happens. They're talking about kids and suicide, talking about kidnappings. It covers a lot of like stuff that you don't really want to think about. You don't want to like talk about because it's really uncomfortable. That's what makes it really good. Um, so yeah, there's a Kickstarter for the manga to be localized, and I don't mind, optimistically, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the anime, especially now where everybody gets butthurt over the internet because everybody takes the internet too seriously. I think this would offend way too many people, and it would cause an uproar. The only way I see it happening is if, because Hollywood, and this is just me, but I do believe that Hollywood loves pedophilia and they're like into that stuff, and that's part of why I think it'll pass. I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, if they do it, then fine. More power to them. But some of those things, oh man, yeah. Uh, I'd say read it. I wouldn't read it in public. In between breaks through the books, there's like that fan service that caters the fan service that should not be catered. Just skip through those really quickly. That's what I do. I'm not into that stuff. I think lolies are cute, but not in the way where you want to fuck them. It's like, really? Ugh, I don't know. Just, yeah. It it's good if you can withstand that shit. It's a really good read. 93 books. I know it's a lot. That's investing, but it's very good. It is very good. It is well written. There are points where you'll laugh, obviously. So yeah, it's Kodomo no Jikan, and even if it does happen, I still don't think they're ever gonna release the anime here. I don't think that will ever happen, because there are a lot of fan service see things there as well. But it's animated. That and yeah, I mean, who would pick that up? Who would, like, Funimation? Wouldn't that be funny?
I don't know how.
It would have to be. I don't know who would do that. But yeah, I mean, shoot. So sorry, I'm like stuttering a lot. Uh, Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I've been spending this whole week just going through school for like, dude, I don't even know what I did. Okay, I missed one day, and then the next day took my audio and video class, and then, dude, I think I only went to one class this whole week. No, 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 I took animation. Ugh, that was so annoying. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been just playing Doom. I've been playing Doom since I got this game. I've been playing it every moment I had. Um, Granted, I did do some homework. I'm not a complete slacker, but for the most part, like, usually when I'm at my house, I'll just get working on 3D models. I'll make 3D models of like whatever. I didn't do it this week. I started working on a Servbot and I finished like halfway. I just get so distracted too, but Doom has really taken a lot of my time this week, which I'm not like angry about or anything. I'm glad. I'm willingly doing that. And I'm only doing it because I know that these projects are due eventually. Because if it really came down to it and a deadline, I wouldn't be playing the game. I would be working on my stuff. Ugh. And I'm really like not feeling next quarter. But yeah, I mean, that's partly why this podcast is going to be really short. I will post another one up on Thursday. Oh, I don't want to promise because I know I screw up, but I'll try. So that way there's at least quote unquote 2 in 1 week. I usually do it once a week. I'm trying to fill an hour, but I can't, like this, like honestly, I have to, I'd have to like look for anime, watch animes weekly, and then video games, and it's kind of really hard. It's kind of hard when you got work in school because honestly, I watch my animes on the way to school and work, as I mentioned before. I don't watch them at home. I do homework at home, or in this case, play Doom. I don't watch them at home. Oh God, I got work tomorrow night. uh, but yeah, but hey, I'm gonna still try, and this will keep me watching a lot of stuff. If you guys recommend any anime, please let me know. I'll watch an episode of it. I will watch Kids Navier because I'm already up to 8 episodes. Ooh, I do want to get into I think it was a High School Academia. I think it was called. Hold on, I have the free comic book here. It's My Hero Academia. I do want to see that because that's popular. I think there's like 8 episodes in. Oh, and I also want to see this one called Akikochi. I finally caved in, and I want to see it. I hate like that teen angst kind of anime where they never like, not like say make out, but they do. It's that thing where they kind of keep you on the fence, like, oh, will she like him or will he like her? I like if there's gonna be a relationship, I want it established. I don't want the whole series to be about if they'll get together. Uh, I'll watch that because I'll cave in. And hell, if I don't like the first 2 episodes, I'll talk about it, but not gonna watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's about it. Um, yeah. Sorry guys. Well, thanks for listening. I'll put one up on Thursday again, so that way it's like half an hour, half an hour. I don't know what the usual time is for people to like just talk in a podcast, because I don't know, like you'd really, for me, I feel like you really have to be interested in the person in order to withstand an hour, let alone an hour and a half. Uh, so yeah, so I'll keep them 30, 40 minutes. I'm trying to fill an hour. But look at me rambling on. But yeah, look, I'll keep it more interesting. I'll look stuff up and stuff like that so I can talk about, you know. And I guess that's about it. So thanks again, guys, for listening. And I'll see you Thursday, hopefully, or next week if this is somebody listening from the future. That's about it. See you, cunts.